The Local Project video is sponsored by Masterworks. Masterworks is democratising the $1.7 trillion art market, one painting at a time.
In our practice, we're fascinated with this idea of blurring the line between architecture, interior design, and landscape design. And this project really has been an exercise in trying to understand how each of those elements contribute to crafting a sense of space. The house is located in Paran. We're probably only a few kilometres away from the city centre. We're nestled on the edge of a industrial commercial zone. We purchased the property about 17 years ago. It was originally a 1950s sweet factory. The brief was interesting because we wanted to combine the idea of creating a family home as well as a commercial office space. For us, the challenge was designing two distinct spaces that were inherently separate. We also felt, with the growing needs of a young family, the importance of having natural light and garden directly off our living space. The garden, is clearly the focal point of our home. It really is a sanctuary, and this time of the year is really exciting because the colours become vivid and vibrant. We love the honesty and the texture of the old building. We wanted to retain that as much as possible. The facade of this building is almost like a mask where we look through its old windows and engage with the cityscape of Melbourne and the surrounds. The pool for us is a really sculptural element. It was about inserting a very geometric graphic object and creates this very dynamic sense of space between the lower terrace and the upper terrace. Having this very large north-facing elevated garden means that our living spaces are completely flooded with natural light. We wanted to maximise this open floor plan living and have this direct connection between outside and inside. The idea was to simply insert 3 walls, one being a black piece of joinery that would contain and conceal the kitchen, another being this very large piece of artwork that celebrates the history of the building by blowing up an old newspaper article basically that shows the big vats that used to blow sugar into the building. The 6-metre screen slides to reveal and conceal the functions behind it. And then the third object was the fireplace wall, which conceals the television. Everything else is about the circulation behind those spaces. As you enter from the main living floor up to our bedroom level, the stairs are concealed, but also the importance of opening up to this very three-dimensional vertical volume, which brings the northern light into the back of the building, gives us the opportunity to hang artwork, but also transition into this more tranquil sense of private space upstairs where we have our living spaces in terms of bedrooms. A bedroom occupies the northern part of the building. The kids all have their own spaces, large bedrooms, they're all quite functional. The gym is an interesting space, we use it quite often. It gives us this great opportunity to engage with the courtyard space, with the outdoor shower, also revealing the old history of the walls, which is a really nice thing to have this connection back to. The materials are, in some respects, this opportunity to engage with the industrial nature of the confectionery factory itself. The office floor and the ground floor is all the original concrete that we just ground back and exposed the aggregate. And where we poured the concrete in for the new footings to hold the structural elements, we were able to express and celebrate, those new markings in the floor. It's amazing when I look at my son's feet, who was 3 at the time, and thinking, the house is this ability to contain our memories as we grow through the building. Art is a really big part of our life. We love the connection to it and the process of meeting artists, going to exhibitions, and using the house as an opportunity of collecting objects and living with colour and texture and realising that the house itself and the furniture, it can be quite simple and monotone, and you can bounce life and texture and colour in through the objects that you use to complement it. We've really created an interesting family home. It's really informed, I think, how we approach design, and the interior space of this house was only made possible because of the way it reacted to its original facade and building. And I think, that's what's exciting about the possibilities of design, is when you can truly design a space that is contextual.
This The Local Project video is sponsored by Masterworks. Masterworks is democratising the $1.7 trillion art market, one painting at a time. The work that Jolson has put into Sunrise House has guaranteed the building's roots have remained intact, increasing the property's value by an unimaginable amount and ensuring the home will be enjoyed for years to come. Thoughtfully curated with contemporary artwork, the home is reminiscent of a painting. The process of how oils and canvas come together to create something that's not just beautiful, but highly valuable is similarly felt. Recently, with inflation up 6.1% in Australia and higher around the world, contemporary art has made its way into the spotlight as a tool to add financial value. The last time inflation was at this height, contemporary art appreciated at an average of 33% annually, more than gold, real estate, and the S&P 500. With this, Masterworks is seeing increased demand. Their platform breaks this high-value contemporary art into shares, enabling anyone the ability to enjoy its benefits as an inflation hedge without spending millions. Not to mention, when Masterworks sells a painting, you get a potential return on investment. So far, Masterworks has successfully sold 6 paintings for an average net return of 29% to their members. With over 500,000 members on their platform and increasing demand due to inflation, it's easy to see why Masterworks has a waiting list for new members. By clicking the link in the description, you can skip the list and start your journey with Masterworks now.